Welcome, everybody. Well, we're going to have a 2-hour session that's a quiz on every last detail of all your pieces here at Milan. No, not really. Welcome to a very unique Milan pop on the ground here at the installation at the fair in Milan Design Week. I'm going to start by asking you to quickly introduce yourselves, please.
I'm Richard Karsay, the owner of Tongue and Groove Flooring.
And we are Yael and Shay from Raw Edges, a designer, furniture designer and product designer based in London.
Do you want to say the same thing differently?
Yeah, I'm Yael. I'm a half of Raw Edges Design Studio. This is the other half, Shay Alkalay.
Great. Well, as we speak, we're gathering a bit of a crowd who are curiously watching what we're doing. Let's start with big picture explanation of the collaboration. Now, I understand you've collaborated in the past. Is that right? So maybe you could explain a bit of that background and then also what's led you to this current collaboration today. Who would like to start?
I can go. Sure. So probably a year ago, we got introduced to Established & Sons and Raw Edge Studio through a colleague, and saw a collection they'd done called Wall to Wall, which we thought was an incredible concept, taking, I guess, a traditional herringbone block and really introducing color to allow you to create the most incredible patterns, which had never been done before. We hadn't seen it done before. So we got introduced to Raw Edge Studio and Established, and we got on to looking at how we could be part of that journey, because it was launched quite some time ago. But when we got in touch with them and we looked at it, we realized we could probably make it a little bit better than what it was from a manufacturing point of view. So we then took that in-house and we launched our first collaboration with them, in the three of us. And we created a beautiful block that now I think elevates it even further than what it was. And then in November last year, so a few months ago, we were given a concept of a really beautiful, plain and simple concept that we thought had not been done before. And I might actually let Shay tell you more in depth about that. But yeah, I'll pass the microphone on.
Yeah, from our perspective, Wall to Wall is a project that we started as almost like an art installation. We've been awarded the Designer of the Future back in 2009 by Design Miami Basel. And part of the installation, we did a colorful flooring, which we literally took off-the-shelf herringbone blocks. We stained them in many colors, and we created what we thought would represent the Swiss landscape color-wise. And then Established & Sons took it over. We did the installation in the gallery, and followed that we designed, I think, floors for about 40 of Stella McCartney stores. So the start of the project, the concept was really high profiles, and but it actually was never managed to tend to be a product, even though Established try over the time, because what we missed the third link, which would be someone from the flooring industry, because in the end of the day, furniture and flooring is two different markets. And this is where Tongue and Groove came to the picture. And this particular, the GridWorks idea came actually quite some time ago, because we love modernist architecture. We grew up in a Bauhaus environment in Tel Aviv before moving to London. We love brutalist architecture in London. We used to live in the Barbican as well, and places like that, where you often see grid flooring, usually tiles. And when it comes to wooden flooring, it's never simple grid. It's either planks or herringbone or chevron or complex decorative other patterns that are more classic European style. And we just wanted to make something simple and couldn't find. And when we showed it to Richard, we couldn't be more glad to see that he was keen to take it further.
So back to 2009, when we started the project, when we started kind of like exploring flooring. So we were very fascinated with the relationship of a herringbone in flooring and a herringbone in textile. So this is how we introduced the color. So like we created patterns that are maybe commons in textile, but not so much in flooring. And also like we really like the idea of introducing color, but still keep the qualities of wood. So when you look closely, like you really see how the grain appear and like how beautiful it is. Yeah.
So let's turn to the significance of being here at Milan Design Week. I know there's been a bit of talk maybe about the global reach or the significance of this kind of collaboration for what it means globally, and that's speaking from us in a Australia perspective as well. What's the significance for all of you of being here at Milan Design Week at Salone right now?
I think the significance is quite a big one for us. We've not obviously been on an international design show as yet. We've done many projects internationally, but not actually exhibited at a design fair, especially one of this scale. So for us, it's a massive opportunity for this partnership to really prosper and go beyond where we thought we could in front of so many amazing people, and more importantly, targeted to our direct reach, which is the design community.
Significance of being here at Milan Design Week.
Yes, so like it's very significant for us to be now in Milan because it's a very unique year for us. We have many new products, and also like being here part of like with Tone & Groove and Established & Sons, because with Established & Sons we have a long history. So we launched one of the product many years ago, and now it's relaunched. So there is it's actually a really nice celebration to reintroduce and to show old classics.
And it's also it's significant in a way that you launch a new product and you never know, especially flooring, you never know what the reaction would be, because here it's almost a potential. We introduced a new idea in several colors, and now we're gonna throw it to the hands of the architects and interior designers, and we want to see their reaction and what they're gonna do with that. And I really hope for a positive feedback.
If I could just ask a pragmatic question quickly, again, on the point of the collaboration, could you just walk us through exactly what the roles and responsibilities are? So I know there's obviously a creative element, there's marketing, there's distribution, there's manufacture, all of these different kinds of things. Can you just walk us through who exactly is doing what, and in the briefest possible form, I think would be a good idea. Who would like to have a crack at that?
Maybe Richard, have a better understanding.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, I think the key to any good partnership is having clear defined roles of who's doing what. Obviously, as Shay mentioned earlier, we are a flooring specialist. We've been doing it for 15 years and manufacturing the best products that you can. So I think for us, we're the manufacturer. Raw Edges is really the creative behind all of it. And I think they've done an incredible job so far. And for us, Established then becomes a distributor. And obviously with a huge global reach or existing global reach, it's a great opportunity for us to plug into that as well as a great partnership.
Let's summarize it.
Okay, well, we might start to wrap up with a few quick fire thoughts about Milan and about the collaboration and about the particular stand or stall or installation, however you'd like to describe it. I know this is slightly unfair on you because you were telling me off just now that it not only is your first visit, but I think you've maybe been in the one space so far. So either give me highlights, something you're looking forward to, or something that you're excited about potentially seeing that you haven't seen yet for Milan this year. We'll start at the other end.
I can start.
It's a bit hard because like, this is the first stand that we've visited.
I'm just gonna take my approach for your question. For me, Milan is about meeting people, because it's the one point in the year that everyone is coming from all over the world. Just to give you an example, we had lunch yesterday in the street in Brera, and we sat on a table, and next to us there was a guy from Living Edge, Australia. The other side, El Decor Brazil, journalist. So we found ourselves like eating pasta and chatting with like people from the industry, and then passing by another client from Switzerland. And it's just like, it is what it is. You go there and you bump into people from literally all over the world. We just had a journalist from Japan coming to interview us, and you do that. I mean, there is no other place you can do it but during Salone.
Yeah. Anything you might be looking forward to?
Yeah, look, I think for us, there's obviously a huge opportunity to explore, what the market leaders are doing, not just in our industry, probably not in our industry at all, but probably more across the board. Any design, whether it's furniture, lighting, it's definitely an aspirational place. And on top of that, I think meeting people, like Shay mentioned, is a huge opportunity.
Okay, I'm going to finish with one final very quick fire thing. Give me one impression. It's one thing that you like about the stand, the setting that we're in. It's quite distinctive. It's on a corner. It's got quite a sculptural piece. I did, by the way, push for us to do this interview on the seats above us, but I was told it's not a load-bearing structure. Give me one thing that you can see around us that you're inspired by, surprised by, struck by.
What are you surprised by? I'm gonna surprise you. You know what really surprising? Do you know that these headphones are wireless?
Oh, very chic.
Yeah, it's very chic and
And the color matches the.
and referring to the 80s, which is, I don't know how old are you guys, but we remember the 80s. No, sorry.
What's surprised about the stand? I think there is something about the journey, about the stand. So you go and you explore, and there is just kind of the path is just really, really nice. And there are some new pieces and there are some old pieces. And I think it's kind of wherever you walk, there is some discovery.
I have more to say. So recently, in the last few years, it's become a new trend that most of the stand, if you look around you, you will see that are high walls and you can't see what's going inside. You cannot go in unless you queue for over an hour and you have to register or get an invitation. And it's become a situation when you don't feel very welcome. And I find it very disappointing. And it's a lot to do with data collecting and control with coming to see the stand. And I appreciate Establishing Sun just doing it open, and you see how successful it is because people feel welcome, people feel comfortable, and it's just, buzzing and hectic and beautiful. And in the past, all the stand used to be like that. And I wish you would be like that again.
Yeah, I think, like Shay said, I think the openness is amazing, but I think one of the biggest things for me is the color. The color really draws you in. It's everything is either black or white, or it's very subdued, whereas this gives you a sense of energy and welcoming to come inside and experience what's on display.
Thank you all. Enjoy the rest of your Milan Design Week.
Thank you very much. Cheers. Thank you.